one person today because she did her first wholesale deal. And she's going to tell us the story. I give her a little bit of time. So she is going to make, come on up, Jen.
Tell me about this.
She wanted to make $6,000, $5,000, right?
Yes, correct.
And what does the amount say?
It says 6.
So
the story is I was looking online and I was actually seeking out properties that had high DOMs. That was kind of what I was going after. I found a property. It had been on the market, I believe, 292 days. It fell out of escrow 4 times, so I thought they might be pretty motivated. Price originally was listed at $588. When I was looking at it, it was at $449. It's an El Cajon. It's
how do you know it fell out of escrow?
I just looked at the history.
How do you look at this? I'm asking you this question because I want to hear the other people.
The resource that I used was Redfin. And if you scroll down to the bottom of Redfin, you can check out the history. When it was listed, every time it was delisted, every time that it went pending, the date, usually the price is on there, sometimes it's not, so you can get a lot of really good information on Redfin. So it's 2.5. Do they want those details? 2,400 square feet, about 8,000 square foot lot, 1975. Pretty good condition, actually.
So how did you get in? So you saw the address on Redfin.
Right. I was late at night, so the next morning, called the agent right away and just talked to the agent. And the selling agent had her assistant actually take lead as my representation.
Buyer's lead.
So went in, looked at the property that day, and immediately made an offer. I knew that the numbers worked for me, and that I wanted to get in an offer as soon as possible.
What was your initial offer?
My initial offer was $385. I was going in with 2 other offers at that time, and so I bumped it up to, I believe it was $290. I forget how we went in. $390. 4th offer came in, so I went in highest, best, and highest was $400. I was accepted, and it's a Fannie Mae, which you cannot assign, so it's a little bit different as a wholesaler, and so it was great to work with someone.
Tell us the real story.
Okay, the real story is first investor that I was going to wholesale it to backed out the last day of due diligence, my inspection contingencies, that very last day. So put me in a pretty tight position.
Plus would have cost you a lot of money.
Sure. Exactly. So luckily I've been in touch with Lenska.
And then 10 o'clock at night, you picked up the phone and dialed my number.
Wait a minute, I told her at 5 o'clock to call you.
I was 8 o'clock.
So no matter where, she shopped it around to the investors, which is fine. But then we know guys talk a lot, women do a lot. So
there were 2 other investors that I had mentioned it too, in case something did happen, to have backups. But it came through with Lenska.
And I usually would turn it over to an investor, to a client, but I knew for 3 days nobody can pull it off in 3 days.
Except you.
And Tammy, who is the GAP funder, by the way. So I just have the right people in place already, actually on another property. So sometimes the timing in real estate is really super important. So sometimes it's not how hard or how smart you are, it's really sometimes how lucky you are. Okay, so you just have the domino fall into place. So we did the inspection, we had everybody show up at one point, and then we went back to negotiate the slab repair because it did have a slab problem, and Fannie Mae usually also doesn't negotiate after you sign the paperwork, but the listing agent had about $25,000 commission at stake. So, you just play it, plus we knew 4 times out of escrow, so you just take your chances, okay? And you see that it's dated 8/20, okay, so you
Gotta
can't
wait.
cash it yet.
Gotta wait a little.
Okay. Good job.
Thank you,
And
Lenska.
so education pays off, networking pays off. So who is going to